Alright, now, moment of truth. Can we get this to work? You know what? I'm going into driving mode for this. So we need to turn the truck on. And then we just need to flip the pump. Okay, he's making the success noises. Perfect.
Performing the duties of his office.
Digby C. Caesar.
No.
Well, hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. I am Digby and today we are back in my summer car. And as you can see, we've had a little bit of a setback. Now, when I was editing the last episode, I actually noticed that the reason the car came to a grinding halt when we tried to drive it off is the fact that we blew a tire. In fact, I believe it was the front left specifically that we blew. So yeah, basically that tells me that there was absolutely no way those crappy things were ever going to pass an inspection anyway, and that we are going to have to get halfway decent tires under it if we want to actually drive it. Now, unfortunately, the only way I know to get decent tires is to buy them at Fleet Tires. And I think, unless they've actually changed how it used to be, I pretty much have to take the rims that we've got into Fleet Tire and drop them off on the counter, and then I have to pay for a new set of tires, and then I have to basically wait for him to call, which is probably going to take ages. Now, that actually isn't all that terrible. I mean, I know I said in the last episode that you should never ever trust Fleet Tire to do anything, but even he can't screw up tires. However, if I remember correctly, the tires are, well, I'm not going to say they're heinously expensive, but they're going to be like $2-3 grand, I think, to buy, which means we're going to need some money. Because, yeah, we're also going to have bills coming up soon and everything else, so I am thinking the plan in this episode is, this is Wednesday. In fact, it's Wednesday afternoon, I believe. So yeah, I'm going to spend the rest of today chopping wood like a crazy man. And then tomorrow, we're going to cram the 4 dead tires into the tractor. We're going to go deliver the wood and hopefully make enough money for tires, because we're going to then drop off the rims at Fleet Tires and order new tires. And then yeah, if all goes well, and again, I'm crossing my fingers here, if all goes well, he will actually get the tires in on Friday. We can bring them back here, we can check them on the car, and then we can go to town and get inspected. Now, I do realize that's incredibly ambitious, and it also means that I'm going to be spending the next 20-30 minutes chopping wood, you know, assuming I don't run out of daylight or anything. However, it's the only plan I got. We really do need money anyway, so let's just buckle down, let's go do it. Oh, no. Okay, Thursday morning, and for once, the plan is actually still intact, because we've got the wagon pretty much almost completely loaded, and we've already got the tires in the back. So yeah, we are absolutely 100% on schedule to go buy ourselves some new tires today. Hello, why are you not dropping off wood? Oh, you know what, idiot? It helps if you actually open the tailgate. Alright, well that's unloading. I'm going to put these back in the tractor. And then we'll get our money and we'll get the heck out of here.
Siinä on vähän vaavampaa jakkaa. Ostot kaljaa ja makkaroa, niin eiköhän sillä pärjää. Ja voit tehdä varmaan lisääkin tarvihen näitä, niin voit jaksa tehdä sitten sillä rahalla ja makkaralla niin. Ei muuta kuin morjens.
Nope, dude, I'm actually gonna buy tires with that money. Oh yeah, you can tell he's open because the freaking music is incredibly loud. Hello, my annoying little friend. I am here to hopefully... Whoops. Wrong button. Anyway, yeah, I am here to give you some money, and in return, you are going to hopefully give me some tires. So let's hit the parking brake. Nope, you know what? You gotta go outside anyway, that's fine. Let's hit the parking brake, I think is what I said. Nope, okay, 2 for 2. Let's hit the parking brake. Let's turn that off. Let's turn that off. Let's hop out, and let's go put the tires on the counter. Now, hopefully, this is not going to end up costing me a flippin' fortune. And do you realize, Fleet Harry, that if you actually get this done today, and I can pick these up tomorrow... I'll just wait for him to stop talking. Are we done? Anyway, as I was saying, if you actually get these done tonight, and I can pick these up tomorrow, this will be the first time in the history of my gaming history that I have made a plan that went 100% entirely to plan. Okay, alignment, brake check, engine parts, not worried about any of this stuff at all. Yeah, his factory spec engine adjustment is just not great. Okay, we don't need nitrous, we don't need the windshield done. That's gear ratios, I think. I don't know about that. Okay, body, door left, fender right, left. Dude, where's the tires? Definitely not that one, that's the paint jobs. Okay, we don't need rim polish, we don't need rim painting. There we go. Okay, we need a set of regular tires, please. And that's going to be 1,750. I will take that. I will pay now. And I will hopefully see you in the morning, my dude. Okay, that'll do for that. I think we're going to do like we did before, and we're just going to leave it down here, since we don't really need it anyway, apart from delivering wood. So yeah, you stay right there. I have a feeling I'm going to have to move it though when the time comes, because I think it's probably going to be blocking the chopping block. And we've got our diesel can we can take up and put in the van. I'm thinking we should also check the bills while we're flush here. And then yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of the afternoon. And parked. Alright, now, there is a thing we could do. And yes, I'm talking about the septic truck. Because I'm pretty sure we've gotten... Oh god, we've gotten a metric ton of the septic sucking jobs that we haven't actually done yet. And the reason for that is because while I actually remember how to do the wood job pretty easily, and I always quite like the wood job... Oh, by the way, I meant to show this to you. I was actually going through my old save files, and I found the Starbug skin for the moped. So yeah, we now have Starbug 1, which is absolutely brilliant. Anyway, as I was saying, I do quite like the wood job, however, I haven't done the septic job since the drunk guy was added to the game and you could steal all his money, because quite frankly, if I remember right, it was... I mean, it was a lot of fun, but it was also a real hassle. And I don't know, but it might be worth trying, like, one septic job, just to kind of try and, like, relearn the mechanics and stuff. I suppose we can go check the time and see how late it is, because the closest one to us is not all that far away, and we definitely do have time to kill. Okay, let's see if we can remember this. Now, this is the... Yeah, I was going to say, that's the spill valve, that's where the hose is. Basically, we have to back up to the septic tank, open it, connect the hose, and then I think there was a pump switch on the dashboard, maybe? We should have tons and tons of fuel in here. And that's the capacity gauge thing to tell us how much crap we've got in the back. Like, literally crap in the back. Okay, I thought I actually had a case of beer and some chips in here, but apparently I don't. Alright, let's see what we got for switches and knobs and things. We've got wipers, we don't care. Hydraulic pump, that's going to be the septic sucking thing. Lift axle for when we're loaded up. And we got the light, ignition, hand throttle. Okay, I mean, it's a gamble. Because I know you actually do get fined if you dump the sewage in the wrong spot or if you screw it up, but you know what? We're never going to learn if we don't try, so let's go try. You know what? Here's a thought, Digby. How about we just park up? Let's hop on out. Let's figure out where we're going before we try and go there. Okay, that's your well. And that's your wood pile. But it should be like right out here somewhere. Aha! Okay, we found it. Perfect. Now, I'm thinking... And I'm going to have to be careful here, because if we accidentally hit this guy, we will kill him, and we will end up having to do 10 days in jail, which is not fun. So yeah, we're just going to back right down the driveway, hopefully not murder him, and then if all goes well...
If you can't bank on your tank, we'll take it from rank to swank.
If I remember correctly, we need to open the well cover, try not to look, and then we go get the hose, which automatically connects. Thank you very much for that. And then we very, very carefully thread it down into this hole. Now, I used to actually be reasonably good at this. I don't know if I still am or not, but hopefully I can remember how to do it. Yeah, we just want to put that as far down in there as we can get it, which is going to be right about there, I think. Okay, so far so good. I mean, that's not the most secure connection I've ever seen, but should be okay. Alright, now, moment of truth. Can we get this to work? You know what? I'm going into driving mode for this. So we need to turn the truck on. And then we just need to flip the pump. Okay, he's making the success noises. Perfect. You will notice I'm being incredibly careful about where I'm standing, because if I remember correctly, you can also fall down into the septic tank. Now, it doesn't look like it's moving anymore, and I have a sneaking suspicion that is because I am nowhere near close enough to it to finish the job. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to go shut the pump off. Actually, we're going to drive. Then we're going to shut the pump off. And then we are going to attempt, very, very carefully, to back up a little bit closer. Ah, okay. Finally. Thank you. Now, how much are you going to pay me for this job? 1,200 bucks, huh? You know what? Better than nothing. Okay, now for the tricky part, we have to get the hose back out. And believe me, this hose can go absolutely 100% spastic. If I remember right, the trick is to basically pick it up, look up as high as you can, and then drag it backwards. So kind of like that. Alright, we're out. Now, really quick, cap that thing before you fall in, because you're going to be standing right next to it. And boop. Okay, so how do we put it back?
Many, many minutes later.
Ah, there it is. Okay, yes, please. I would love to put that back. Okay, well, it wasn't the most efficient sucking of sewage that was ever done, but, end of the day, we remembered how to do it, we made a little bit of money, and we managed to kill the entire afternoon. Oh, yeah. Oh, crap, it's actually Friday? Oh, it's probably 2 o'clock in the morning. Alright, welcome to freaking 10 o'clock, which means we overslept slightly. But you know what? That is fine. Because, yeah, with any luck, Fleetari will have the tires in. Now, basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to jump in the van. We're going to be running to town anyway without actually waiting for the phone call. Because we also need to get some groceries and stuff. And I figure on the way home, we will stop at Fleetari's. And if everything is going to continue to be brilliant, the tires will be there waiting for us. And if they're not, well, we're probably going to have to wait till Monday anyway, so we will have saved ourselves a little bit of time and grief. Actually, being 10 o'clock in the morning, we could probably check on the way there as well. Alright, Squacky McGee, what are the odds? Please, please, please have my tires. Please, please, please. And boop, and boop. Hello, my beauties. What is on my mind is that you have just changed my plans for the morning. Alright, so I am thinking the one downside of oversleeping a little bit is that we are probably not going to have enough time to sit here and fine-tune the crap out of this thing if we want to actually get it in for an inspection before the dude closes. So I think what we're going to do is I'm going to throw the tires on it as quickly and efficiently as possible, and then we are going to try and get to town before it breaks down or collapses or blows up or whatever else might happen to it. Alright, she's together. She's as ready to go as she's ever going to be. Let's just grab the tools in case something terrible happens on the road. Drop them there in the back. I'm not going to worry about filling the diesel or anything else. We're just going to try and get to town before the dude closes. And if all goes well, we're going to get a sticker on this thing. Yeah, go ahead and place your bets. Well, I tell you what, it's running like absolute crap, but it's running. Okay, well, I tell you what, that was not the smoothest ride I've ever had in my life, but we made it to town, and I think we're actually still in one piece because I didn't see anything fall off of it while we were driving along. It's still running, nothing's blown up, and the inspection guy is open. Okay, moment of truth. Let's get this thing parked, and let's go see what the dude thinks of it.
Riddelin autokatsastus, hyvää huomenta.
Hello, Lindell. Please tell me you like my car. Yeah, I don't know what kind of childhood you guys had, but where I grew up, limping home in a crippled car was actually a fairly common occurrence. So who knew all those dark nights creeping home down the back roads trying to avoid the cops would actually prove to be solid practice for future gaming. Alright, he's done. Moment of truth. Place your bets. Did we get a sticker or no? Dude, hurry up. I'm gonna die of thirst before you get back in here.
Ei tästä tuu mitään. Ei tästä tuu jumala poikasi eikä moni. En mä tiedä mitä mä sanon.
I don't know what to say. My life and my job
Mä pystyn sanoa
sucks.
mitään. Niin.
Okay, we
Tää on niin
flunked.
vaikeeta tää vitu elämä ja ainakin auton katsastaminen on niin vaikeeta.
Looks like we flunked 2 things. And I am not sure what they are, but I am going to take a screenshot. And then I'm going to hit Google Translate once we get back to the house. Okay, I have a sneaking feeling one of the things he's having a hissy fit about is going to be the brakes. Okay, I am a complete and utter flippin' idiot. So I saved the game, I looked it up, and yes, one of the issues we have is the brakes, which I'm gonna guess is just down to one of the bolts coming loose when I saved it, or maybe the brake fluid's leaked out or whatever, but either way, that should be a really easy fix. Now, the other thing that's wrong, I am absolutely kicking myself over because I completely forgot we needed to grab the warning triangle off the back of the friggin' tractor and chuck that in the trunk. So yeah, the bad news is, instead of driving home in triumph, we are going to be limping home in defeat. But the good news is, it's actually Friday evening, so we have the entire weekend to like tune the car, fix the brakes, and grab the triangle. Alright, well, I tell you what, it may not have gone 100% according to plan, but it definitely went 99.9%, and that is the best we've ever done. So yeah, next episode is going to be the weekend. And I am thinking I might actually play it off camera and do like, basically do all like the grindy bits, like chopping another trailer load of wood, have that ready to go. Probably do the drunk guy as well, although I will record that, even though his conversations are not all that exciting. But yeah, the closer we get to getting him done, the closer we are to getting, well, basically all the high-end parts and the custom paint job and all the other fun stuff we want. So, if all goes according to plan, and if I am ever going to say that in an episode, I want it to be this one. Yeah, if everything goes according to plan, we will be back on Monday morning, and we are going to be heading to town to get an inspection sticker. And on that incredibly optimistic note, as always, I have been Digby. I thank you guys for stopping by. Really hope you guys enjoyed this episode of My Summer Car. And yeah, I hope to see you for the next one.